Good Tuesday morning, everyone. Monica Corrado here, the Gap Chef. I'm trying a new look here. I know I don't have good light on my face, but frankly, it's better than being against a black background. I don't know. So we'll deal with this today. Okay, so hello, Barrett Brown. Monica Corrado here, the Gap's Chef. We are here for our Tuesday morning. At least it's morning in Colorado, Tuesday morning, Ask the Gap Chef Facebook Live, and I am going to talk today about constipation, la 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 la. Hello Daniela, hello Shirley, hello Kathleen, hello Joy, good to have you with us. I think you're new to us from what I could tell. I don't think you've been here before, but welcome. Welcome, 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 everyone. Hello, Claude. Hello. Mahima is here. Hooray. Okay, so just a couple of things. Hello. Again, we have the, oh, thank you, Jenna. Little bit, it's been a little busy around here lately, filming for OnCon, etc., etc. So I keep myself, working hard and in the flow by singing. Why not? Spread a little joy. Good morning. Hello, Natasha. Hello, Abby. Hello, 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 and welcome. I really encourage everyone, hello, Yasmin, whether you are here for the first time or whether you are new to our page, I really encourage you to look at all of the Facebook Lives on YouTube. Ask the Gap's Chef on YouTube. Check it out. I have put so many things. We've been here together for a couple of years now, so there are a lot of things just sitting there available for you, for newbies, for people that have been doing it for a while. Yeah, check it out. I hope it's helpful and useful to you. Okay. Hello, Teresa from Montana, one of my favorite states. Big sky. I'm just south of you in Colorado. Hello, Faria. Hello, hello. All right. So, I know I've been doing like GAPS basics the last couple of weeks, and we still need to do the one on nuts and seeds, I think. I'll check my notes. But today I'm doing this because I wish I had more light, but I don't. Today I'm doing this because there's so many questions that come up that I see on the Ask the Gap Chef page, that I see on the GAPS Diet Group page, that I see just everywhere out there, anything to do with GAPS, about constipation and about how we're all using lots of things to help our children, not be constipated. Hello, Monica from Italy. Hello, hello. Hello, Ashley. Good to have you. Down the road a piece. Hello. I don't know. Na Akushka. I hope I said that correctly. And welcome. Hello, Roberta. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. Ciao. Hello, Anna. Good to have you. Anna, buongiorno. I love that. Yes, buongiorno to you. I know that's your name, but... Okay. So I decided that I would go ahead and talk about this question that's coming up, and I'm happy to talk about other questions that are coming up, like maybe we need to do an Ask the Gap Chef on chelation. Maybe we need to do one on, I don't know, all sorts of things. Well, thank you. Corrado is my maiden name, folks. This was my father's name, and my grandfather's name, and my great-grandfather's name, la 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 la. So I hope I do a little bit of, iodine. Okay, so let me write it down. So yes, I'd love to hear from all of you. What would you like to have a GAPS, this Facebook Live on? I'm happy to cover different things. I'll do my best to cover them well. Hello, Fatima. Hello, Rox. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to start talking about constipation. Yes, well, that would be covered under chelation, Daniela. Yes, okay. All right, so just throw them in there. I'm not going to respond to them right this second, but I definitely will look back to see, yes, heavy metal detox, all sorts of things. HMD detox. So let's talk today about constipation. I'm going to sing it again. Constipation. Nobody wants to talk about poop, but I do. So let's do it. I also have gap shake cause gas. Yes. I could also talk about gap shakes. Maybe that'll be fun. Okay. So I have another talk that I gave that's on YouTube. It's called Poop Clues. Poop. P-O-O-O. Too many O's. P-O-O-P. Clues. Poop Clues. Go look at it. If anybody hasn't seen it yet, you want to know how to read the poop. Right there for all to see in the toilet. It'll give you lots of clues about what's going on, what's not going on, what you need to be emphasizing, etc. So today we're going to talk about constipation. I know you're cracking up, and that's awesome. And I will, I love cracking up. That's good. Okay. All right. Tell me, is the sound okay, everybody? Someone tell me if sound is all right. I think it's all right. Okay. So let's talk about constipation, and then I'll take your questions. Just taking a breath here. Everybody take a breath. So constipation, there are, okay, well, you can hear as loud as this thing's going to let me go. All right, so constipation, there are 4 reasons for constipation. If you throw out any kind of physical blockage, like this is, so in general, folks, there are 4 reasons why people are constipated. And I'm going to go over them, and then we're going to go over what to do about them and how to fix them, okay? Or things that you can do that can assist. So, again, if you have some kind of blockage, it's a physical thing, then this is not going to help you. That's something else. This is just for people who are not having a bowel movement every day. Did I say that? I said every day. Let's be clear that Dr. Natasha is very clear herself that everyone should be emptying their bowels every day. And if they're not, then they are constipated. There is one exception that I'm aware of, I'm remembering, which is breastfed babies. Maybe not every day, maybe every other day, but take a look at that information in the yellow book under, new baby, new gaps baby, etc. But for everyone else, bowel movements every day, at least 1. 2 is better, sometimes 3. Depends on what you're doing, but bowel movements every day. If you are not having a bowel movement every day, then by definition, gap style, you are constipated. If you are constipated, then you are allowing toxins to go back to the brain, and you're just allowing toxins to flow back through the bloodstream, back to the brain, and it's a big deal. So we don't, you're spending all this time to heal and seal the gut so that toxins are not getting into the bloodstream. I hope you know that's part of what we're doing there. And we need to make sure that the digestive system is working. That means you need to be pooping every single day. If you are not pooping every single day, hello Laura, hello Ellie, hello Rosa Maria. Okay, if you are not pooping every single day, then you are constipated. The first place I'm going to send you to is the Blue Book Bowel Management chapter. Read it once, read it twice, read it thrice, read it, and then go read the chapter on liver and lungs, because that will give you more information. Ionella is here. Hello. Okay, so there's 4 reasons why people are constipated. 1, this is from my dear, dear, dear friend Omama, who's out in Maryland. Right now I think she's in Hawaii. Anyway, she's always like, Monica, remember to talk about water. So, we get so caught up here in having enough meat stock that often people forget about water. Remember that Meat stock is a food. Even though it's a liquid, it needs to be digested. So we're talking about water. So let's make sure that all of the children, all of the moms, everyone that's on GAPS and just everyone is getting pure water to drink. I know I've done a talk on water, so please take a look at that. Pure water to drink, and they're getting enough of it. So make sure you are not dehydrated, because dehydration can cause constipation. Hey, I made a rhyme. Dehydration can cause constipation. Yeah, and I'm not a country singer. All right, so here we go. So in any case, make sure that you're bringing in enough water. We're talking about probably 32 ounces a day for children. That's a quart or a liter. I know that they're not exactly the same, but they're almost the same amount. So a quart or a liter a day. If you are an adult, you're looking at 2 quarts a day. Do not what do we call that? Oh goodness. Do not drench the system. Do not have so much water that you are floating in it and that your stomach acid is diluted. We don't want that to happen either. So we're not drinking a lot of water during meals. Make sure that's not happening. We are drinking water in between meals, and we're making sure that that water is spring water or filtered water that has minerals put into it, right? So good minerals, whether that's from a Soleil, whether it's from gray Celtic salt, whether it's from Baja Gold, etc., blah, 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 blah. But make sure that people are drinking water, and you're drinking water outside of meal times. That's really best. Okay. Of course, structured water is best. Spring water is wonderful. Yeah. Okay. So there's your water. Are you drinking enough water? If you're not drinking enough water, you're dehydrated. If you're dehydrated, you're not going to be able to poop. Okay. Nursing moms, make sure you're drinking enough water, probably double what I just said, because your water is going into the production of milk, and you need to make sure you're not dehydrated. All right, so water's number one. That is, yes, in reverence to my dear, dear friend, Mama. She's my friend's mother, so, and anyway. In any case, okay, number 2, what's the second reason for constipation? Wow, look at that. Let me do that again. Number 2. Balloons! Oh my God, hysterical. Pretty frightening, but maybe it'll happen again. Okay, so number 2, liver congestion. Liver congestion. If your liver is congested, then you are going to be constipated. So, and we'll talk about like how to get that fixed. I mean, I can't fix anything, but modalities, therapies, things that we can use to help the liver decongest, not be congested, yeah? All right, so we're going to talk about that, liver congestion. Number 3, the microbiome. Meaning your digestive flora have to shift. So if you have a microbiome that has too many pathogens, or it just needs to be a robust GI tract, a robust microbiome, and we'll talk more about that. Hold on, I'm going to cough. Pardon me. Okay, so 1, lack of water. 2, liver congestion. By the way, I have at least 2, I have to stop doing that, 2. At least 2 videos on liver health, blah, 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 cleansing the liver. They're sitting right on the YouTube, so you can take a look at that if that's helpful to you. Okay, so 1, I'm going to keep it down here. Lack of water. 2, liver congestion. 3, microbiome needs chuffing up. Needs more good guys, needs more variety, needs more biodiversity. or more diversity. The fourth one I'm going to bring up is one that not too many people talk about. I talk about it, and that is trauma. That is trauma. Trauma, trauma, trauma. If you have had trauma in your life, I know no one has. That is a big, I'm totally kidding. Everyone has trauma, Trauma. Could be birth trauma for your child. Could be an accident of some sort, trauma. Could be the loss of a loved one, trauma. Could be separation anxiety, trauma, right? Trauma. So we need to talk about trauma, and we need to get it cleared, and we need to make sure that we're doing everything we can to help ourselves and our children to calm down before we eat. So there's trauma that happened before that we need to clear and use different modalities for, but there's also, are you in the parasympathetic mode when you're eating? Are you in rest and digest? If you're not in rest and digest, then you're in fight, flight, or freeze, and all of them will prohibit and inhibit digestion. Can't digest your food, right? You're going to be constipated. I want to go into this too, of this constipation business. So what is constipation? But holding, right? Holding. Constipated is holding, right? I am frightened. Or, it could be anxious, on the same spectrum as frightened. I'm frightened, I'm anxious, or I'm afraid there's not enough. Scarcity programming. I'm just going to put that there for now, and then we'll look at it in a minute after I go through the other one. So scarcity programming, there's not going to be enough. Okay, I would love all of you to think about those things for yourselves and for your, thank you, Monica, for putting that in the old chatteroonie. Excellente. All right. Hello, Sabrina. Okay, I will talk about structured water in a minute. Yeah, I'm not sure about this half your body weight thing, Teresa. I'll check it out. Yasmin says, my child is obsessed with water but is still not going daily. Yeah, okay. They may be having too much water. I know. New song. Hello, Giovanna. Nice to have you. All right, so here we go. Let's go into what can we do about all this stuff. So water, I swear I've done one on water already. If I haven't, I'll do one definitely on water. You can learn more about water on my website, simplybeingwell.com, simplybeingwell.com, resources, water. Go take a look over there and look on the YouTube channel about water, but I'm happy to talk more about where do you get it, structured water, etc. All right, so we're going to go into number 2, which is liver congestion. You can say, hey, my kid's only 2, how could they have a congested liver? Or maybe they're 6, or maybe they're 12, or maybe they're a year and a half. Congested liver happens very easily in this world because of the amount of toxins in the world. Toxins in the air, toxins in the water, toxins in the food, toxins in our body products, toxins in our cleaning products, toxins in the mattress. There's toxins everywhere, folks, and the little people seem to be really having a hard time. We're not even going to talk about toxins that come from medical things, which I'm really not allowed to say, or they're going to wipe off this. They'll take this video down. So, yes, it has to do with heavy metals, Yasmin. Okay, so what do we do to support the liver? So, how do we decongest the liver? I love castor oil packs for children and adults. You can find that on my website too. I could talk more, but I'm just going to go through these a little bit quickly so we have some time for questions. So, castor oil packs on the liver. Number 1, very helpful. You can start with just a little time, work up for adults to overnight every night. Children, apparently, we're not supposed to sleep with the castor oil packs because they could strangle or something. So put your castor oil pack on your child during the day. Castor oil packs are going to support the liver during times that the stomach is empty, right? We're trying to allow the liver to decongest. We want to use a castor oil pack when the stomach is empty, so not when you're right after lunch, right after breakfast. Wait at least an hour and a half for children, 2 to 2.5 hours for adults before you try a castor oil pack. That's a wonderful way. Not a lot of people are using it. I'm having all of my clients use them at this point, castor oil packs. Number 2, GAPS shakes. GAPS shakes. Now, the official GAPS shake is written in the blue book on page, I think it's page 80. It says, to remove bile stones. Above it, gallstones, bile stones. It is in the liver and lung chapter. Take a look at that. GAPS shakes require whole raw eggs and fat, lots of it. Preferred fat, pardon me. The preferred fat in a GAPS shake is cultured cream, but you can use any other fat if you are not able to tolerate cream yet. You can use any other fat, and Dr. Natasha outlines all of those right there for you. Happy to take questions about that. GAPS shakes are available to be used in stage 2 of intro. The reason stage 2 of intro, because that's when we get eggs in the diet, right? So, castor oil packs, yeah. GAPS shakes, yeah. Very good for getting that liver decongested. Beet kvass, K-V-A-S-S, beet kvass. Make it yourself, give it to you, give it to your child. Have it on an empty stomach is best. Why? Again, we're trying to leverage the detoxification properties of the beet kvass. Okay, everybody should be having beet kvass. How about beets? Beets, B-E-E-T-S. In the U.S., we call them beets. Everywhere else, they call it beetroot. That's fine. We love beetroot. We can steam them. We can put them in our meat stock. We can make soup out of them. We can puree them. We can make beet chips out of them. We can grate them on salads. We can make juices. Beets, and more beets. Let's everybody eat beets. With the caveat that you want to watch to make sure you're not eating too many beets if you have red hair, blonde hair, or blue eyes. Because beets increase fire, and fire could get too high for those people. I'm happy to go and talk more about that in a minute. If you're like, what is she talking about? I'm happy to talk more about that in a minute. Okay. So now we've got 3 things, right? So what's the 4th thing for decongesting the liver? Milk thistle. Milk thistle is an herb. It's actually a seed that we use to help the liver. Milk thistle could easily be given as a tea. You could also get drops as long as they're clean and organic. You can do milk thistle as early as stage 1. As long as it's a clean tea. Milk thistle tea is something anyone could drink all day long, no problem. With a child, I can do things like infant, child. Yeah, like so. If you're breastfeeding, mom can drink the milk thistle tea and baby will get enough. If you have a child that's not nursing, 8 ounces of tea a day is lovely. Adults, maybe 2 or 3 cups. Milk thistle. What else helps the liver? Eating liver. I'm now at number 5. Eating liver helps the liver. Yay! So, eat it any way you can. I do have a liver class coming out, but it's not here yet. But that's okay. Join me for Being Well Spring. It's already on my website. I'm going to be talking about liver, cooking liver, eating liver, helping the liver. Yeah, springtime. It's in March, so you can take a look at that if that's something that interests you. Okay, so that's number 5. What else can you do? Enemas. 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 Everybody. If you're not having a bowel movement or your child isn't, then they need to have enemas. An enema every day. Or an enema every day there is not a bowel movement. So let's all get over our fear of enemas and our worry about enemas, and let's do enemas. So again, enemas will help the liver. Why? Because it takes the load off the liver. Pardon that, right? It's going to allow things to move out of the bowel. So the liver can be decongested and work more efficiently, more effectively. All right, so what else can we say about enemas? Please read the chapter on bowel management. Yellow book, blue book. Blue book is more detail. And a colleague of mine, certified GAPS practitioner, Monica with a K, Holland, has an enema masterclass sitting on gapstraining.com. Okay, so enemas. Support the liver. Support the liver, decongest the liver. Now, we can also talk about things like Chanca piedra tea. Chanca, C-H-A-N-C-A, second word, piedra, like walk, P-I-E-D-R-A, pie. Chanca piedra tea, also known as stone breaker. Stone breaker tea is something that can help dissolve stones and get the bile flowing, which ultimately will decongest the liver, and then you can have a bowel movement. All right, let's see, what else? That's probably enough for liver decongestion right now. I'm thinking if there's anything else. That's a good amount of things for you for liver congestion or decongesting the liver. All right, so I hope you're getting an idea here, folks, that if your child is constipated, we must address these things. We must address water. We must address the liver. Just throwing magnesium at it is not enough. All right, I'll get to that in a minute. I know you're not throwing magnesium at it, but, you know, magnesium is a wonderful thing, and everybody should have enough magnesium. And we really need to look at these other things that are going on for your child. Let's decongest the liver. Yeah? All right. The third thing we're talking about, golly, I'm talking a lot today. It's already after 12. Okay, is getting the microbiome, right? Getting the microbiome. I should put this higher so you can actually hear me maybe. I don't know. Boop. Okay. Getting the microbiome robust, getting a robust microbiome. What does that mean? Well, how can we do that? Well, we need to eat and drink fermented foods, cultured dairy. That's what we need to do. We need to eat and drink fermented foods and cultured dairy. So beet kvass will not only help decongest the liver, it's also a ferment. Yay! Okay, what else can you do? Certainly all of it, sauerkraut and cabbage tonic and fruit kvass and kefir. Like my eyebrows? Yay. Kefir, 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 K-E-F-I-R, kefir. Why do we love kefir? Because kefir is full of yeast, good yeast. We want the good yeast, which is kefir, which will come in and turn the tide for you of all the bad yeast. Sorry, God, it's really not good and bad, but pathogens, yeah? So we've got the good yeast coming in with kefir. Now, I want to talk, this is a nuance, folks, but let's catch it together, all right? Ready? If you're giving your child kefir, milk kefir, made with milk, that is high protein dairy. High protein dairy can constipate. All right, we're trying to address constipation. You're like, oh, but he loves or she loves kefir. Great! Make it with cream, right? Because high fat dairy does not constipate, right? High fat dairy gets things moving, Did I say that gets things moving? I'm writing a little note here because I have to talk about one more thing that I didn't talk about. All right, so don't forget. So if they love kefir and we love them having it and we want them to have it, then give them kefir cream instead of kefir made with milk. It is my favorite thing on the planet. I love it. It's my dessert. I eat it with a spoon. Yes, rock and roll. If you have questions about dairy, raw versus pasteurized, cow versus sheep versus goat versus whatever, I did a GAPS Basics Culturing Dairy last week. And I also put a bunch of dairy information on our page under guides. Guides. It's like Culturing Dairy Guides. So take a look at that. Hopefully that'll be helpful. Okay. So you've got to get that microbiome shifted and rebuilt and robust and la 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 la. And that all means let's do some fabulous ferments. So you say to me, how much fermented food or drink should my child have a day? And for children, we're looking at least a quarter cup with every meal. That's the goal. Don't start there. Start down here. Work your way up. Stair-step method, right? And for adults, you're looking at about a half a cup per meal. Do you have to have it with the meal? No. But it kind of makes it easier when I'm thinking about it with clients. I'm like, we all, if you eat 3 meals a day, then it's a quarter cup. That's 4 tablespoons with every meal for children. Half a cup, that's 8 tablespoons with every meal for adults. Again, you don't have to do it that way. I'm just trying to help you get like a framework of like, how much do I really need to be eating? And the real answer to that is as much as you can tolerate. Just keep getting it in. Just keep getting it in. Remembering that lactobacilli do not colonize the body. That means you got to eat them every day. The yeasts do, so that's why we really love kefir. That's why they're powerhouses for a lot of other reasons too. All right. Okay, so now let's talk about trauma. So I have a video again on tools for trauma sitting on my YouTube channel. Gaps in trauma, tools for trauma, etc. Just look at them, listen to that. I hope that's helpful. But in terms of trauma, oh my goodness, now I have another thing coming up. All right, we're going to have a number 5. Fun, fun, fun. So I'll go over that one in a minute. It just came to me. See, teaching is fun. Okay, trauma. So I've gone over things like before, like flower remedies. So Rescue Remedy, Star of Bethlehem, which is specific to trauma. Star of Bethlehem is in Rescue Remedies. So if you get the Rescue Remedy, you'll get that. Again, if you want to learn about flower remedies, please look at that. I'm not going to go into all the things about flower remedies right now, but there is information on my website for resources and on YouTube. Flower remedies, also known as flower essences. They work like homeopathics. All right. So speaking of homeopathics. I don't know if Dawn's on here today, but homeopathics for trauma and fear and anxiety. And oh, by the way, folks, yeah, I'll talk about that in a minute. Hold on, I'm writing it down so don't forget. Okay. What else? Flower remedies, homeopathics for trauma. Yeah. Visceral manipulation for trauma. Biodynamic craniosacral therapy for trauma. Osteopathy for trauma. That leads me into number 5, which is structure and function. So chiropractic, osteopathy. It's giving me bubbles today. I don't know what this is about. Better check my settings. So chiropractic, osteopathy, craniosacral therapy, visceral manipulation. Sometimes children, adults, anyone has constipation because all of their organs are all mashed up together inside. Don't hold that as an image. But they're stuck. And we need to pull them back down to where they're supposed to be. It happens a lot with children as they grow. I've seen it people can't digest their food, they're constipated, they're everything because their viscera is stuck. So, all right, so I'm looking, I told you all those things. You know, of course, acupuncture, yes, on a regular basis. The other two things I did not talk about are things like magnesium and fat. Please make sure your child is getting enough fat. Everyone I talk to is not giving their child enough fat. Let's get fat into your bodies, into their bodies. Let's get 4 tablespoons, let's get 8 tablespoons additional fat into your children's bodies every day. Don't start there. Work your way up. See how much they tolerate. Slow and steady. Know that 8 tablespoons of butter is, or 8 tablespoons is equivalent to 1 stick of butter every single day. All right, I think that's enough for now because that's a lot of information and I'd like to get to some questions. Those are just ideas, folks, but please, oh, magnesium. Sorry, let's finish magnesium. Dr. Natasha herself said last week when I was teaching with her for the Certified GAPS Practitioner Program that the body does not like isolates. Okay, that means what's an isolate? An isolate from isolate is when you take out one thing and that's what you give the body. Right? So just like in GAPS, we don't give vitamin D by itself. We give cod liver oil, which is ADEK. Yeah. We're not going to give D3 drops because it's an isolate. Same thing with magnesium. Try high magnesium juices first. Dr. Natasha has a list of them. Just know that magnesium is in chlorophyll, which is greens. Right? Magnesium is the central molecule, center molecule of chlorophyll. So anything dark green leafy that you juice or you cook or you whatever, magnesium. The best magnesium that I am aware of, again, is not available outside the U.S., which totally makes me nuts, but it is standard process Easy Mag because it is made from chard, Swiss chard leaves, and buckwheat leaves. It's whole food magnesium. So you may be able to look for something like that online. That's just an extract of greens. Yeah. All right. Let's get moving. Hope that's helpful for everyone. La, la, la. Who came on? Nicole. Hello, Nicole. Okay. Yes, Teresa, constipation is definitely about how it comes out. Remembering that hard and balls equals dehydration, lack of water, maybe lack of minerals in the water. Please do check the Bristol chart, the Bristol, B-R-I-S-T-O-L chart about stools. I'm sure you already have, Teresa, and look at like where the stool should be, and do watch or listen to my poop clues. Yeah, so you can check that out. Okay. Who else did I say hello to? La 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 la. Hello, Sabrina. La 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 la. Hello, Louise. Good to have you. Hello, Shaz. Hi. Okay. Can we do it after an enema? Yes, castor oil pack you can definitely do after an enema. You can do it before the enema. You can do it after the enema. You can do a castor oil pack when the child is reading, playing. Certainly it'd be great if they were just resting, but you know, some kids are fast. Why are laxatives like Senna not GAPS legal? Laxatives are not GAPS legal. Why? Because you're forcing the body to do something that it's not ready to do. You're not addressing, well, this is my understanding. This is my understanding from Monica, me. I say that those are not GAPS legal for 2 reasons. One is you're not addressing the problem, which is liver congestion and microbiome out of whack. And maybe not enough water, and maybe trauma. That's the first thing, right? We always go for the reason. What's the cause, folks? Not like, oh, let's just do this, right? So we're addressing the cause. Number 2, Senna is like sandpaper. Ta-da! Number 2. Let's see if it'll do it again. 2. Senna is like sandpaper. We want no sandpaper on the gut. Sandpaper, fiber, something very rough. Yeah, we don't want any of that for GAPS. Got it? Good. Hi, Vlad. Vlad, Alina, hello. My son, who has ADHD and autism, I am on full GAPS for 3 months. He was very calm, but he recently is very hyper. So Shaz and everyone else, I would look at how much fruit is in his diet. Fruit and nuts and seeds. I would take them out. If he's having them, fruit, nuts, and seeds, and how much honey is he eating. So the first thing I would do when children go hyper, you won't need to look at 2 things. 1 is how much sugar is in the diet, and 2 is increase, this is hysterical, 2 is increase the detoxification. Make sure you're doing, got to get the toxins out, folks. Yep, that's as much as I can give you given the limited amount of information, but usually if children go hyper, it's because they have too much sugar, which feeds pathogens, and you have to up the detox protocol. Hope that's helpful. Teresa wants to know, can you just use the yolks, questioning the whites, causing problem? So Dr. Natasha says that you can just use the yolks in a GAPS shake only if the whites are definitely a problem. So the recommendation is the whole raw egg. Yeah, the whole raw egg into the GAPS shake. And there's reasons for that. So she talks about them. Go ahead and take a look and see why. But definitely the whole raw egg. Yeah, that is recommended. Again, if you have someone who's anaphylactic to whites, then don't go there. But if you have one that just has a little bit of issue with whites, like they get itchy or they get a rash and it's something that's manageable, push through. All right, carrots and beets caused gut issues. Okay, I don't know. You'd have to give me more if that's in a juice or it's in if it's cooked. I don't know. You'll have to give me more about that, Teresa, please. Whites are strong metal chelators. Yes, they are. And don't we love that? Yes, we do. All right. My daughter can't handle the taste of raw egg on the shakes. I'm not sure that you can taste raw egg in the shake if you really pulverize it. So make sure that use a blender, folks. So Dr. Natasha will say use a whisk, like whisk in the eggs. That's great. If you really want to get rid of the white texture, I would use a blender, a food processor, an immersion blender. Use something that's really going to froth it up. That's what you need to do. Yeah. Okie dokie, Smokies. Hello, Stefania. Hello, David. Good to have you. Who else is here? Daiga is here. I hope I said that right. Hello, Louisa. Hey, Dawn from Maryland, my friend. Jody. Woohoo! Jody's here too. I'm loving all of this stuff. Okay, fabulous. So Dawn threw some homeopathics in there. Yes, Ignatia, aconite, gelsemium, even arnica for trauma as well as. Thank you for that. I knew I could count on you. Hello, Anne. Sumaya. Can I drink marshmallow and slippery elm infusion on intro? Yes. Hold on. Slippery elm. Infusion, I would say yes. I wouldn't take marshmallow like those lozenges or slippery elm lozenges. Hello, Nicole. If you need extra magnesium, wouldn't it be best to take it with a food that has magnesium in it? Yes. And what else? Epsom salt baths. What is Epsom salt, folks? Epsom salt is magnesium. Magnesium through the skin. What's the name of the magnesium green that's available only in the U.S. we can order online? It's called EZ Mag. EZMG, as in magnesium. Yeah, Jenna, I'm going to have to figure that out and put it in, like I'll put it on the page. I'm not remembering which green one is. I have some folks in the UK working with it, and I have to figure that out. Is aged steak gaps legal? Is it grass-fed? If the answer is yes, then yes. Hello, you, sir. Can we give... Oh, Daniela, do gaps shakes cause loose stools? They can. They can. And we love loose stools. I'd rather have a loose stool than a person that's not having a BM. That's probably most of us would. Hello, Uma. Okay, let's see. Hello, Sandy. Good to have you. Hello, Barrett. Okay, la la la. Hello, Kath. Let's see what else. Barrett says, I'm having a lot of problems with raw food, including juice. So shakes are really hard on my stomach. Can I freeze juice in ice cube trays to make very small shakes? Yes. Okay, so first of all, I'm sorry you're having problems with raw food. It may be time for you to take raw food out for a couple of months, like just take vegetables out or raw food out for a couple of months. Yes, I do believe, did I do something on juicing yet? One of the ways to work with juice, let me start in a different place. So GAP shakes, the recipe in the blue book makes a certain amount. If you're not going to use that amount right away, which you aren't, then cut it in half when you make it, or even by a third. Make less, first of all. The next thing to do is freeze in ice cube trays. In terms of maintaining the goodness of the juice, freeze it, or keep it in the refrigerator in a jar with an airlock. So yes, it's fine to do that. Is that best? No, but it's really, really better than not doing it at all. And you know what, Barrett? Just take your time, listen to your body. If the body says no, if the stomach says no, then don't do it. Wait until the stomach says yes, right? Okie dokie. We've got cooked carrots and beets. Beet kvass happened in stage 1 and 2. So beet kvass is going to be a very different thing than cooked carrots and beets. So beet kvass and having a problem with it in stage 1 and 2 probably is a die-off problem, I'm thinking. In terms of cooked carrots and beets, could be a sugar problem. I don't know. Listen to your body. Always feel free to take in less, stop for a while, week or two, start again with a very small amount. These are the ways. You know, I like to say that GAPS is a dance. Well, Dr. Natasha says GAPS is a dance. I like to say it's the cha-cha because it's fun, right? So, right, we're going to do 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and 2 steps forward, and 1 step back, and 2 steps. So, if it didn't work today, maybe it'll work next month. Maybe it'll work in 2 weeks. Like, no problem. This is not a race. This is a listen to the body. What is it telling you? And then, right, do what it says. Your body is saying, you know, I'm not handling, someone's not handling raw food right now. Cool. You may also want to look at stomach acid, right, folks? So I have the stomach acid test sitting in featured posts. Go look there. You may want to do the stomach acid test because if things don't feel good on your stomach acid may be low. Or, I don't want to say you have an ulcer, but I don't know, but let's figure out what's going on with the stomach if you're having problems in the stomach. Remembering that the stomach is on the left-hand side of your body, not in the middle by your belly button. That is your small intestine. All right. Mohima asks, can we give humic and fulvic supplements or alternative as this helps with constipation? I love humic and fulvic supplements. I specifically love Ion Gut. I also love, Tom Cowan has one. I'm not sure which one it is, but he's got a really good one too. So yes, I love those. definitely, I think they're a good idea. However, work the diet and work everything else that we're talking about. Make sure those things are happening. There are no silver bullets, folks. There are no silver bullets. That's just a saying we have in the U.S. that, one shot and it's over. It's done. It's fixed. That ain't happening. All right. Hello, Abby. How much beet kvass for a constipated 7-year-old on full gaps? We are using 2 cups, each of 4 ounces per day. All right. So he's having 2 cups, 4 ounces each. That is good. That's a great amount, even for an adult. 4 ounces of beet kvass twice a day is a good amount. Really good. I really would encourage you to get the beet greens, everybody, and steam them or juice them or cook them. Put them in meat stock. Saute them. Do something. Beet greens, the green of the beet root, is also very good for constipation. I apologize I didn't say that before. Okie dokie. Let's see. I'm going up, going up, going up. I'm going down. Good, I did that. I'm just scrolling, folks, if you see me doing this. Scrolling. Claude asks, how important is the juice as part of the shake? I'm on no plant gaps and not doing juices. Yeah, no plant gaps is no plants. So no juices for you, buddy. You're not my buddy. I'm sorry that overstepped. But yeah, no juices on no plant gaps. That's the answer. So you can definitely be putting, egg yolks in your kefir, and that's a wonderful thing, or in your kefir cream. But yeah, I would look at the other things for you. If you have constipation issues, you're on no plant, I would be doing things like castor oil packs on the liver. Enemas, things like that. Go that way instead. Okay, what is your thought on blending sprouted pumpkin seeds with my meat stock after making meat stock with pumpkin and other vegetables and consume it in 2 to 3 days? Well, on the one hand, Faria, it's fine to do. Sprouted pumpkin seeds are fine to do. On the other hand, seeds can be irritating to the gut, so just check that out. See if that's an issue. Nuts and seeds can also feed yeast, so check that out. Those are 2 things that make me go, So just think about those things. Otherwise, it sounds good. Sounds fine. I'm just thinking of roughage, so just make sure there's no diarrhea and you've had a good amount of healing, and that you really dilute if you're going to do blended seeds in a stock like a puree. Those are the things I would think of. Yes. You're welcome, Abby. Hello, Gladys. All right. I put the powdered gelatin in capsules. I hope you're not having powdered gelatin. Anybody? No powdered gelatin, right? All right. Okay, I'm going down, 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 down. I don't have problems with meat stock gelling, except when I use a whole chicken or a big salmon. I don't use too much water. How can I fix this problem? Add feet to the chicken. Cut the chicken up to expose the cartilage. Add heads, feet to the chicken. And when you do a whole salmon, throw a fish head in there. You need more. You need the stuff that makes the gelatin, right? You need the stuff, so it needs to be connective tissue, cartilage, etc. Yeah? All right. Bathrooms and bathtubs, Sandy, I don't have any idea there. Yeah. I don't have any idea. Any particular brand of crock pot that's other? Let's write that down. Crock pot. Clean crock pot. Good question. People like the Instapot and use them as a crock pot. How much? Let's just see what you're saying now. Curly, how much ox bile can you safely take per day? That's really good, Teresa. I'm glad you brought that up. Oops, I didn't talk about ox bile. Why? Because I'm talking about food. But ox bile is definitely something you can take. And ox bile, folks, is definitely something you can use with your children. So here's what I suggest. Find a clean ox bile. You know what I mean by that. No fillers, blah, blah, blah. Start with 125 milligrams because they make them at 250 and 500. I like to start low. If you're an adult, start with 1 before every meal. If you're a child, parents can put a little pinch on the food. Pinch on the food. Yeah. How much can you safely take? You know, ox bile sometimes causes irritation for people. I would much rather you take bitters, which is a liquid before a meal to help get that bile flowing. Remember, folks, ox bile is you're taking bile in, right? You're supposed to be making the ox bile, which is why I'm saying things like drink beet kvass, eat beet greens. All of these things get the bile flowing, right? Drink Chanca-Piedra tea because it'll dissolve the stone so the bile is flowing. It's always better to get things flowing than to take it internally, unless you have to. So if you have to, that's fine. I don't really have an answer to how much can you safely take per day, but I always suggest that people start with the least amount and watch the body. Start with the least amount of anything and watch the body. Yeah. Hope that's helpful. Ion gut is okay. I love ion gut. I don't know what is the RCP protocol. I don't know what that is, so you can write that in the thing. I personally, Monica Corrado, love ion gut. Me as a practitioner, certified GAPS practitioner, nutritionist, teaching chef, whatever, I think it's one of the missing pieces. That's me. I need to know what the RCP protocol is. Okay. Okay, how to support the digestive system when pregnant. Oh, I love that. I love that. I hope you're looking at the yellow book about GAPS baby. I've written that as a note for something we can talk about. How to eat beets if I have oxalate issues. Ferment them. The oxalates will go away. Beet kvass, fermentation reduces oxalates. And then listen to your body as far as how much you can have. I'm trying to find as clean as possible. Magnesium glycinate in pill. Powder form is gross tasting. Yeah. Okay, good. I got it. Thank you. Thank you. Magnesium glycinate. I don't have an answer for you there, Dawn. I'm an easy mag girl. Thank you, Daniela. Sorry, I did not understand. Najeen, hello. Araceli is here. Hi, Araceli. Are hydrolyzed collagen capsules GAPS allowed? No. Okay, so one more time with feeling. GAPS, there are no processed foods in the GAPS diet. Collagen capsules are one of the most processed foods you're ever going to find. Eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it. Oh, the root cause protocol. I don't know them, Dawn. I'll have to look it up. Cod liver oil brand. What else? Green pastures. Nothing else. Okay. Oh, I love that. Get the body rid of excess iron. That's fabulous. I will look at that, Dawn. Thank you. How good is it to cook fermented beets after making beet kvass second round? There's nothing left in those beets except for fiber. Compost them. Yeah. Okay, Magnesium Advocacy Group, aka Root Cause Protocol. Thank you, Daniela. How about I ask it another way? Are fiberglass or acrylic tubs? I have no idea about tubs, Sandy. I'm sorry. You'll have to put it on the page somewhere else. This is all about cooking. Okay. When should I add butter or coconut butter to the nut butter? Should I mix it in after the nut butter is made or when it is being blended? Good idea to do it when it's being blended in the blender. It will help it blend. Should I first soak the nuts before I make nut butter? Yes. Absolutely soak the nuts or ferment the nuts or sprout the nuts before you make nut butter. Don't try to ferment the nut butter. It'll be messy and hard to do, and we're not sure if it even works very well. All right, folks. Last one is Abby's question. I made meat stock from cow's tail. Yay! It had bone in the middle surrounded by meat. Yes, I have never cooked cow's tail before. I was skeptical, but it is amazing, Abby. That's called oxtail, and it is delish. It's my favorite thing to cook. I like to cook it in the oven, not on the oven. All right, folks, I got to go. I've got a 1 o'clock appointment, but I'm happy to have been here with you today. I hope it was helpful to you, and I will post this on the YouTube channel so you can, send other people to it if that's helpful for them. I do have a couple of things that you'd like to talk about. One is iodine, one is chelation / heavy metal detox. We could do a whole thing on a gap shake. We could talk about water, and we've got, I think that's all we've got. I'll look for more. All right, everyone. Wow, how long can I keep beet brine? Yeah, months, yes. Love to you, Monica. Give my love to my favorite country. I have a couple favorite countries, but certainly over the pond. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. I hope it's helpful to you, everyone. Be take good care of yourselves, take good care of each other, and we will see you next week. Okay, same gaps time, same gap station. Blessings to all of you. Hello, Kathy. Blessings to all of you, and happy February. Woohoo! Excellent. Okay. Be well all. Take good care of yourselves and each other. Bye-bye. Thanks.